Thanks, Andy. Checking in with Mike Yanni, hanging out at Aggie Days down at Stampede Park. And Mike, I was just told in my ear that you're hanging out with some firefighters. What's the connection?
Yeah, look at this. You know what? This is Gibbs, and this is Honey. Beautiful dogs here. And, when you think of canine unit and things like that, you think of the police, right? You think of drug dogs and things like that. But did you know Calgary Fire Department also uses dogs? They're right here. I'm joining with Brad and Tony here with Calgary Fire Department. And I didn't even realize that you guys use dogs in your job. These are accelerant detector dogs. Did I get that right?
That's correct. They're accelerant detection canines. We use them to ferret out the hydrocarbon residue in a potentially set fire.
So after a fire, they hit the scene, and it's their job to get to work.
They get to work. So they're passive alert food reward animals. So we put them to work after everything's cooled off and ventilated, and because we wouldn't want to go into a warm or hot environment, obviously. So we get in there as fire investigators, and it's their responsibility to ferret out that residue. And it's our responsibility to containerize it and make sure it gets to the lab and gets cross-checked to aid and put a bad guy in jail.
Very well behaved. I mean, Gibbs looks like he's taking a little nap there on my foot. Brad, how long does it take to train these dogs?
The canine program, Tony and I both went away for 5 weeks to Maine, state of Maine specialty dogs. Every day we train with the canines, roughly 20 to 40 times a day we train with them. They are food reward, as Tony had mentioned, and what that means is every handful of food they get is they get it after working and finding, alerting, and letting us know that there's something there. So about roughly 1,000 handfuls of food a month to keep the dogs fed, and that's 1,000 training scenarios each day.
And yet they seem fairly slim.
Yeah, Honey's looking good. She's down to 56 pounds. Bylaw vet Jay is pretty happy with how she's looking.
Is it a particular breed of dog, or can there are a variety of breeds that can be accelerant detection dogs?
Predominantly, as you see, labs predominantly, but there are other species out there like Goldadors, which are a combination of retriever and a lab. But these are by far the most common.
Any reason why labs in particular?
Well, I think the main reason, as you see here, they're also good around other animals, other kids, the elderly, different applications besides strictly work for accelerant detection.
They are extremely docile.
And they work for food, right?
There you go. Well, we all work for food, really. They are extremely docile and so well behaved here. So if you want to come check out Honey and Gibbs, all you have to do come down to Aggie Days. This is taking place this weekend at the BMO Center, Saturday and Sunday. You know what? So many things to check out, from the dairy cows to the goats and the kids, and of course the dogs here. A fascinating place to be.
You had me at goats, really. Well,
Sniffer dogs. I've seen them in action on like some scenes of fires they think were set on purpose. Yeah.